The book I have for you today is Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Septys. The story is set in Lithuania in June of 1941 when Hitler and his Nazis raid a small village and take away some of the more elite of the Lithuanians. They're the professors and the lawyers and the people who may be some sort of threat to Hitler's warped imagination of what was happening in the world. They move them to a labor camp in northern Russia with very little to eat or anything to keep warm. They raid the homes in the middle of the night, they rip them away from their families, and they relocate them to these work camps. And for the main character in the book, she and her family spend probably 6 months at this first work camp before they're moved on to even worse conditions. They're taken from their shack at the work camp, put in a cargo truck, then a train, then a series of ships to arrive at the Arctic Circle. In late August, we reached the mouth of the river Lena. The temperature was just above freezing. The icy waves of the Laptev Sea crashed against the barge it was moored to the shore. "Davai!" yelled the guards, jabbing us with the butts of their rifles. "They're going to drown us," said the bald man. "They've brought us all this way to drown us and get rid of us here." "Dear God, no," said Mrs. Remus. The NKVD threw a wooden plank against the side of the barge. They pushed the children down the plank, screaming for them to hurry. "Hurry where? There's nothing here," said Mother. She was right. It was completely uninhabited. Not a single bush or tree, just barren dirt to the shore of endless water. We were surrounded by nothing but polar tundra. The wind whipped, sand blew into my mouth and stung my eyes. I clutched my suitcase and looked around. The NKVD made their way to 2 brick buildings. How would we all fit? There were more than 300 of us. "Where do you think you're going?" "To the buildings," said Mother. "Those are for the officers." "And where are we supposed to stay?" asked Mother. "Where is the village?" The guard waved his arms wide. "This is the village. You have the whole village to yourself." The other NKVD laughed. "Excuse me," said Mother. "What, you don't like it? You think you're too good for this? Fascist pig. Pigs sleep in the mud, didn't you know that? But before you sleep, you have to finish the bakery and build a fish factory." He moved closer to Mother. His corroded teeth protruded from under his top lip. "You fascists like fish, don't you? You pigs disgust me." He spit on her chest and walked away. They made us carry bricks and wood from the barge. We filed in and out of the barge's deep hold, carrying as many bricks as we could. It took 10 hours to unload the barges. In addition to bricks and wood, we carried barrels of kerosene, flour, and even small fishing boats, all for the NKVD. "Lael says we're not going to America," announced Janina. "No kidding. Did your ghost doll tell you that we'd be here?" demanded the bald man. He pointed to a sign, crisped and faded from the weather. "Trofimovsky, the top of the Arctic Circle, near the North Pole, where they are left to survive a polar winter." The story is really good reading, based on true events. The author is the child of Lithuanian immigrants who had gone through some of this, and I feel like it's a little-known episode in World War II history. So you can check it out from our library. It is fiction. It's found in the historical fiction section, or ask Mrs. Gumtoe.